first of all, to the BGSM session. And if you can keep your videos on till the end, it will be great because it will be more interactive if you're able to do it. So please do that. So just to remind ourselves, as to why we have these sessions, the reason why we have these sessions is to ensure that we come together once a week and we challenge each other to grow our businesses. Okay, we discuss about how to grow our business and we take decisions in growing our businesses. So that's what we do, and we cover the pathfinder stage of business. That is businesses which have started and which have been functioning for some time and they are actively looking for a right path to take so that they can continue to keep growing. So that's the stage of business that we focus on. And BGSM started around 5 years back when three friends got together and we started asking questions to each other on our how to grow our businesses. And we spent about 2-3 hours, and that was extremely valuable for us. It really gave us a lot of insights, and that is how BGSM started. And now we have, of course, many more members who attend these meetings. So we have a portal called bacommunity.me where you can go register yourself. You can list about your products and services, and you can also search for other members. And we also have a coaching tool or a goal tracking tool called bgsm.rejola.com where you can go and set your goals and track them. So please check that out on bgsm.rejola.com. And today we will be focusing on growth foundations. Okay, that's the topic. So these numbers that you see here are the topics that we have covered before. So, okay, so we are going to focus on growth foundations. We have a WhatsApp group where you can also promote your business. So if you're not part of that, please let me know. I'll add you into that group. And today's topic is keys to scale up the business. So the format will be, I'll be sharing few points from my side, and then we will open for everyone to share your points to contribute to all of us. And then finally, we'll conclude and close. So why scaling up is required for business? So let me start off with that question. So the first thing is for survival. If we want to survive in business for long, one of the best ways to do that is by continuously scaling up the business and taking care, to take care of inflation, to take care of competition, and also for the team members to grow. When we recruit employees, and if we are not taking care of, the employees by giving them growth, they will not feel like staying back in the organization. Okay, so it's very, very important to continuously scale up so that we can also give growth to the team members and retain them by giving them growth. So what are the keys to scale up one's business? So I have shared few ideas, and as I said, after some time I'll open the floor for everyone to share your ideas also. So initially, as a startup, contribute 200% by self. Now, what I mean by this is, usually when we start up, and this is of course applicable for those companies which are starting up and very small team or solopreneur kind of an operation, it is extremely crucial that the entrepreneur first focuses on contributing 200% into the business. Okay, and add a team only when 200% is crossed. That is, the founder or the business owner should put in so much of effort, and there should be so much of revenue that a new team member is easily taken care of. That will give cushion for increased salary expenses. So when we are having revenues coming out of 200% of effort from the business owner, adding team members will become less, will incur less effort or less burden financially. So if team is correct, then revenue will grow and catch up to the new expenses. Better to always give 200% for the business so that there is margin for growth always. Now, this is one very, very key aspect, especially when a company is just about to take off from a very small size, because usually scaling up can even make the organization get handicapped for, if there is no proper revenue growth. So this is very, very crucial. I mean, this is something many entrepreneurs miss out and think that, if I just add more people, the things will just grow, or the scaling up will just happen. Usually it does not. Usually, when a team joins or a new team joins, there is a shock that happens in the organization. And sometimes the business itself can fail just because of that. So have the correct recruitment process, right team at the right seat. This is extremely crucial for scaling up. Even one wrong team member can stall the initial scaling up efforts. Find team members who are humble, hungry, and smart. So recruiting the right team members is extremely crucial if we want to scale up our business correctly. So that is a process that has to be set up correctly. Have complete process documentation in place. So when scaling up happens and we are continuously adding team members gradually, it will become extremely important for team members to be aligned with whatever is happening in the organization. And if there is no proper documentation with the complete process documentation, it will be extremely, there'll be a lot of friction that will develop in the organization. So for all team to correlate while working, for all new team members to align soon, evaluate regularly and improve for better efficiency. Okay, then measure what matters. See, one of the most important things while scaling up is that we have to monitor every single parameter that is there in the business and look for trends that are developing. Sometimes we may evaluate our business once a month or once in a quarter or maybe even once in a year sometimes, where we look at certain metrics. And if we are not careful, many of the operations in the business can go out of control, especially when we are scaling up. So ensure that every key metric is measured on real time and displayed to the key decision makers always. Now, this is very, very crucial when we are looking at scaling up. If there is no environment where the business owners or the key decision makers are able to look at metrics continuously, then the scaling up efforts can only become futile. Okay, next, strong marketing and sales. Now, I would say that this is probably the most crucial aspect in a scaling up business, because if the marketing and sales is not strong, then there is no way the addition of team members or addition of operations or production is going to be handled through the revenue. So the correct way to scale up is by increase in revenue and not by increase in debt or increase through investments. So if the revenue growth can take care of scaling up, that's the most beautiful way, or the perfect way, or something that is so comfortable to be in. So the strong marketing and sales is the most crucial thing. Without this, the top line will not grow. Business owners should look at making this department independent of him or her at the earliest, so that it can help in scaling up faster. Now, in fact, in my own organization, this is this stage that I am trying to make my sales and marketing independent, but I'm still trying to do that. Certain aspects of marketing, I have made it independent, but with respect to sales, still a long way to go. But if we succeed in doing this, then scaling up becomes easier. Scaling up becomes possible. So clear purpose of the organization. So one of the most crucial things when we are trying to scale up is a very clear purpose. Because what happens is when a business owner starts and the team is very small, everything is in control and all the team members are looking at the business owner. So there is proper communication of all the values and systems and the purpose of the business and everything. But once it goes beyond a good number of, let's say, 50 people or 200 people or 500 people, if all the team members who are joining in and all are not aligned with the purpose of the organization, what is the vision, mission, core values, policies, and guidelines, if these aspects of the organization is not properly communicated to every team member, communicated to and reinforced with each and every team member regularly, this can hamper scaling up. So this is very, very crucial. It is completely to do with one's belief systems, how they are aligning with the organization, why should they contribute to the growth of the organization, why should they work at least to certain percentage as hard as the business owner. So these are things that proper clear purpose, vision, mission, core values, policies, guidelines contribute, and this might turn out to become one of the most crucial aspects in scaling up a business. So cultivate a learning culture. Encourage each team member to learn and grow. Invest in learning and training of team members. It's very, very crucial because again, you can't scale up if your team members have not acquired new skills or they're not picking up. Like for example, in our case, it is picking up new technologies and new scenarios that are happening. For example, AI and ML and all that, whatever is happening now. If my team members are not willing to adapt to those, then we as an organization will never be able to scale up. So always encourage a learning culture, invest in learning and training of team members. focus on becoming debt free and having surplus. Now, this again is very, very crucial in scaling up. In fact, this is one of the very important aspects. Even one of the books that I recommend at the end of this session, there is a book that on scaling up, where the author emphasizes on this, to have proper control on finances and proper cash flows to ensure that the scaling up is happening, because that's the most crucial thing. If there are no proper cash flows coming in, then scaling up can become extremely difficult. So emergency fund to take care of uncertainty. So these are things that are very, very crucial. Okay. And then business owner focusing on self-growth always. So what happens is one of the aspects of business scaling up is, uh, like John C. Maxwell says, that the business scales up to the extent that the leader has scaled up. The leader is always a cap, like a bottleneck. It's like a cap on a bottle or a cap at the top. The leader creates to the extent to which the organization can grow. So if the leader is not focusing on self-growth, that is reading books, physical fitness, acquiring new skills, attend trainings, if this is not happening by the leader, and if the leader is not continuously growing, there is no way the organization is going to catch up. So this is probably the most crucial thing if there is really a focus on scaling up of a business. So that's those are few points that I would like to share. Now it's time for each of you to please contribute your what you feel we can adopt in scaling up. Please tell your company, your name, company, location, and category so that everyone knows about you. For in 15 seconds, tell these and then add your contribution. So can I request whoever is interested to please contribute what you feel are keys to scaling up a business?
My name is Franklin Davidson. I am owner of Andy and Lamination, Coimbatore. I am not here to contribute, but I have a question because the biggest learning is I have been trying to grow through debts, and that is becoming a problem. So I would like some guidance as to how to get out of the debt and how to grow. And you said you will recommend a book also, so I'm interested in knowing about that book.
Absolutely, yeah. So it's a book called Scaling Up, which will come in next few slides. I would strongly recommend that. And brother, I'd also recommend another book which is also coming in the slide called Entree Leadership. These are two books that I would strongly recommend, and especially Entree Leadership by Dave Ramsey. And it mainly focuses on how to come out of debt and all that. So these are two books that I would strongly recommend. Um, of course, you've been running your company for how many decades now? 3 decades, 4 decades?
3 decades, 31 years now.
Yeah, 31 years. So you adopted a particular model and you've been running through it. So obviously it's not going to be easy, to make a 180-degree shift suddenly. But more than I telling you, as you said rightly, these two, the books that you said you would like to know, I would strongly recommend those two books and, then adopt those principles and try to see how to come out of debt, because debt, though many finance majors and finance professors and chartered accountants, they say leveraging is good, and you put in less interest and you grow, and a lot of calculations and all that. But it only gets us into more and more troubles, and that's what in fact these books also tell. So I'm not able to completely answer your question, brother, because you are at a different level altogether, and I don't want to, and I don't know much about your business also, though I know some numbers because we met at a different meeting earlier, but I don't want to get into specifics. So let the books talk more than what I can. Yeah.
Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you very much.
Thomas,
yes.
very important topic that you're talking about, which is much needed for any businessman, because we cannot always stand in one place. We need to keep moving in your life. So, and particularly when you are an entrepreneur, it is important that you are always, it's very difficult because we're all humans. So to be stay positive, and also because our people who work with us, they see us as an example. So scaling up is very important because they see as an example in terms of how we behave with them, how knowledgeable we are, how connected we are, and how we are able to solve problems in situations, basically. So
Correct.
scaling up is a very important aspect, but I would suggest that if you are really want to scale up, and if you feel that you are not in a position to generate a lot of funds, and you find you are very clear that for some time I may not be in a position, what should I say, I may not expect the kind of revenue that I'm looking for. I always believe in collaborations. So collaborations in a plug-in, plug-out model is something which I follow. So what happens here is that you first and foremost, you are the always the difficult phase for any business is the funds, the rotation of funds and where it goes. When you are in a collaboration, most of the time you only talk to have a collaboration only there's a project that comes up. If there is not, that's kind of an arrangement. If you could make it up, you are in much more relaxed situation than what you are currently. Because every month you need to generate you have to give them salaries, you need to work on the bonus, you need to do who is doing what, all the micro management, everything you need to do. But for now, for when you feel that I'm not in a position to get into the bigger league right now, safest I would say will be the best alternative will be collaboration. Collaborate with the right-minded people, not just collaborate with anybody. Talk with people, find out, because collaboration also requires a networking. You need to understand who it is, what it is, and you need to try them with some projects. And in difficult times, how these people behave with you. This is also important. And initially, go for a collaboration and find out. And if you find them very loyal when you are growing, be very loyal to them as well by helping them grow also. That actually will be in a position where your business will grow manifold, because that person will not only be loyal, there's an expansion that happens through that guy also, where you can see an all-round growth in your business and also in your community of business as well. So that's what I saw. And with that, let me give a small introduction myself. My name is Soumya Narayanan. I represent my company called Tescribe Consulting Services. We are a digital transformation company. So anything and everything that you want to transform your business into, we are a person to connect with. We do a lot more services, which you can see at the background of me. The specialized services we offer is the thought leadership concept through the power of LinkedIn. That's why I offer. So which anybody is interested, where I focus on individuals rather than the business, because to be business is only an entity. Individuals are the face for any business. So I focus on those areas. So anybody who's interested, do connect with me on those. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. So collaboration, sometimes we also call it as outsourcing, instead of you having your own team, you outsource it and collaborate with, those who have core competencies, so that you need not have to worry about various things. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. What you said is absolutely right. And that's quite essential during scaling up. Yeah. Thank you. Anyone else would like to contribute? Any points that you would like to say?
Good evening. This is Devi Seshadri.
Good evening, ma'am. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm a tech management consultant. I just wanted to say that scaling up a business is always growth of the business. So there are different dimensions we have to look out for the look up for the business growth. One is for the top line increases, other one for the bottom line increases, other one for the new product adding up, other one for the collaboration, other one is the transformation. So most of the time there are the people who don't like to do the same sort of business. They really wanted to transform their business from something to something. So there are various level of scaling up in the business. It is not only in one aspects. That is my input for the scaling up business. Mr. Franklin, I just wanted to address for the Franklin question for the business depth. I strongly recommend the Franklin to go for the counseling segment, where more than any businessman or any family man, be it a family life or a professional life, one now and then, whenever we feel that I have a problem or I have some issues, I am stuck, immediately we have to reconcile ourselves. Reconciling ourselves is we have to go open minded and talk to some sort of counselor. It might be it is not that we have to go for the psychiatrist or some physiologist or something. Definitely we have to identify a right counselor We have to go and sit and discuss about it. It's only a discussion. Consulting and counseling is nothing but a discussions. When we are discussing with someone with a open-minded, with the acceptance and the surrendering, definitely we ourselves will find the lot of solutions. We ourselves will find the, our own mistakes. By talking open-mindedly, we find the mistakes and our problem of the areas, and definitely we will find a solution within ourselves. There is no need for somebody else to come and reconcile our audit, or someone should definitely come on. That is the another type of repairing our own business. The most repair is required our own self. That definitely I recommend always, people should go for consulting. Is nothing but when we go for a doctor, we are consulting the doctor what I have a problem, then only doctor will counsel ourselves what you have, what is that you had, how many days, all that thing, then he recommend the medicine. The same way the consulting and counseling. That is why I always say, when I say I am a consultant, people will have a different type of posting the questions, what type of consultant, what type of business, a wonder you have to specialize and specify for something. I always tell any professional or any family personal problem or a family problem, identify people like me for consulting and counseling. Definitely it will help for where you stuck to move forward and find a solution. Thank you for the opportunity for the Thomas, and bye bye.
Thank
This
you.
is Devi Seshadri, tactic consultant. You can go and verify my WhatsApp profile. You can talk
Thank
to me
you.
privately to more understanding. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
thank you, thank you, Devi, for your advice. Actually, I already have consulted two people, two auditors, two CAs who are not my regular auditors with an open mind, but they could identify that I have a fever, but they could not give me the solution. So they said, yes, you have a problem of debt, but I couldn't get a concrete solution for that. Definitely, I will get in touch with you. But now at present, I'm in US. I'm in here for another month. After I come back, I will definitely get in touch with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Franklin. What I mean is, it is not that only for the professional aspects, on the personal aspects also. Because when there is a problem, being a human being, we always have a sort of depression or rejection, and always something in our mind. When we go for a counseling, definitely our mind will first of all get clear. We will have a clarity. Then we can identify the right person for solving the problems. When I am clarity, I can find the right person. That is what I mean it. Thank you.
Fantastic,
Thank you.
fantastic.
Thank you. I think we are running short of time,
unless,
so we'll have to cut short
unless you
so
ask, you will not get.
last comment, and we need to close. Yeah, few seconds, please. Please go ahead. Yeah.
Unless you ask, you will not get. Perfectly told, madam.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So these are the books that I recommend for someone who is just starting and trying to build a structure. Okay, these are three books that I would strongly recommend. Brother Franklin, Entree Leadership by Dave Ramsey is one book that I would recommend for anyone who would like to scale without any debt. He believes in no debt. In fact, that is his major point. You must be knowing about Dave Ramsey already, correct?
No, I read his book. I read his book about debts and how to create a corpus, how to come out and all that.
Yeah,
Actually,
that
I
is
read it twice or
FPU. That
thrice.
is Financial Peace University, which is a beautiful book. Have you read this one, Entree Leadership also?
No. This I will read now.
Okay. This is one book about it. And then Scaling Up is again a very popular book. And Thou Shall Prosper is also a beautiful book by Daniel Lapin. He's a Jewish rabbi. Really amazing book on how to structure the business and our personal belief systems and all that towards making money and growing business. So these are three books that I would recommend. And apart from that, these are of course classic books, which I'm sure many of us would have read these books. These are very classic. So these are also something that I would recommend strongly. So thank you. That's the session for today. Thank you all for participating. And if you have any questions you'd like to tell more about your business, please post it in the group that you are there, so that we
Sir,
can
the book name, please tell. Book name.
Yeah, I will put it in the group, sir. You're part of the group, right?
Yeah.
I will put it there. You're part of a group where you can also post, sir, or are you part of a group where it's admin only posting?
Admin only posting.
Okay, so I will share a link here, sir. You can join the group where you can also post. The admin only is like a middle position that we keep, so that sometimes, people come in and they start putting unwanted messages. So I'm just sharing a link in the chat. You can click on this and join the group where you can also post. And in that, I'll put a screenshot of the books. Okay.
Now it is available in screenshot. Is available.
Yeah, I will put it in the group, sir. So we need to close now because I've got another meeting now. That's why. So thank you all for joining. Thank you very much. Bye and have a great week ahead. Good night.